as it relates to the financial market. So basically for forex, and maybe sometimes we touch on crypto, right? We're just trying to look at what exactly we expect overall from different guys, and just put together a sort of directional bias that we can use as a guide, right, for our trades during the course of the week. So without further ado, without taking too much of our time, let's just go straight into it. First off, we'll look at DXY, the US dollar index. Let me come over to the daily. All right, so basically this is what I'm expecting currently for DXY. I'm still seeing the possibility for us to still continue bearish, right? But I want to see at least, all right, maybe not this high. Let me be a bit more precise, maybe on the 4-hour time frame. So at least I want to see price come towards maybe, all right, maybe, oh sorry, this would be a better point for us series. Give me a minute. This will be somewhere I think we can watch out for. So somewhere towards this end. All right, so for price to just maybe get up a little bit, and then we get to see price drop some more into this zone. Now, the reason why this is current zone that I seen that I just marked on the 4-hour is big is because I basically marked it out on the daily time frame. All right, and definitely I'm watching out at least for this type of scenarios. When I have zones that are this big, I prefer to work with the 50% of that region. All right, that's why you can see that there's a dotted line across. So basically what I'm expecting for the dollar, all right, during the course of the week is for a little bit of some strength, maybe as soon as market opens, all right, and then from somewhere around 106.405 or between 106.405 and 106.314, we should get to see some level of bearishness to push price, towards the downside into this zone comfortably, right? So I want to see that initial sell, that initial buy rather than to the sell off of DXY, all right? So I hope that is clear for what I'm currently seeing right now. Let's look at AXY. All right, so basically, AXY, I'm quite bullish on AXY during the course of this week. I want to see price just give us a little bit of a retracement. So let me just do something. Let me make it something like this, maybe something towards this end. All right, overall, I'm saying that price looks to want to continue bearish, right? But I want to see that little bit of a retracement, then we'll continue bearish. So basically, early days of this week, maybe till Wednesday, Thursday, I think you can watch out for the Australian dollar to gain some strength. Continuing on that, in that same manner, we have CXY, the Canadian dollar currency index, and I think we should also watch out for that guy to be bullish during the course of this week. All right, so at least the earlier days of this week, we should get to see some level of retracement towards the upside. Then we get to see the continuation for the sales. All right, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even onto Thursday, we should still get to see price continuing bullish. All right, depending on the amount of volume, all right, that we get to see being pushed. All right, that's it for CXY. And last but not least, for the currency indices that we'll look at is the Japanese yen basket, right? So very simple Gbpcad basket. I'm watching out for this guy to be bearish. We have price currently in this interesting zone here, right? We have price currently inside this interesting supply here. All right, overall from the daily time frame, you see that price currently still looks bearish, right? But I don't see that continuing this week. Price is still inside, or price just came into rather this bearish zone here between 6833 and 6751, and I think we should get to see price continue bearish during the course of the week. All right, so I hope that is clear on the individual currency indices. So let's look at gold. All right, so I'm going to do my best to explain to be very thorough with my explanations tonight. I have a little bit of I have some things I'd love to share with us, right? You might notice that as opposed to what we usually do, where I get to tell you, okay, buy when you see price get here, sell when you get to see price get here. I'm going to properly explain to you my reasoning, all right? And I'm going to I hope rather, that you would understand it with me. So let's start from gold, right? Let's start from gold. So currently, what we are seeing, all right, is this current point, this current zone I have marked out here is a very simple drop-based drop, supply zone that has been formed, and we're currently seeing some level of reactions from there. All right, but let me delete that for a while. I want you to see something together with me. Now, this is the 4-hour time frame, and this for me is a very interesting range. This for me is a very interesting range. Right, so we're currently seeing that price hasn't broken below this previous low around here, and price hasn't actually even given us a break above this previous high here. Now, one thing I want you to be very cautious of, especially in this coming days, is like I said, like we've been saying, this towards the end of the year, I'm going to see that many guys are already closing down their books for the year. Many, corporations, and everything are closing down their books for the year. People are taking profits or maybe losses anyway. They're closing their positions, right? At the end of the year, you have the fact that you might not see the crazy moves that you are used to, all right, during the, normal times of the year, so to speak, especially this time. All right, so I want you to be very, very cautious. Now, what the next thing I'll tell you to be very, very cautious of is fundamentals. The next thing I'll tell you to be very, very cautious of is fundamentals. Now, what do I mean by that? You have the fact that you are currently seeing multiple wars happening, Iran, Israel, you're having multiple wars happening, currently. And I want you to be very, very cautious right during this time. All right, this towards the end of the year, I want you to be very, very cautious, because as much as your technical analysis can be very, very accurate, right? Fundamentals are also very, very important, right? So that's why when you were possibly learning for trading, all right, or analysis as it was when it comes to trading, you would have seen that there's technical analysis, there's fundamental analysis, there's also sentiment analysis, right? So I want you to be very, very cautious when it comes to fundamentals, especially. All right, so the reason why I'm saying is because any news can come out right now, and it will be easier for any news rather to have a very huge impact on the market, So anyway, let me not go too far on that, but just like I said, I just want you to be very, very cautious of that. So let's go back to just the technical aspect from what I can see currently on gold. So this basically is the range that we're seeing on gold, right? We've seen that price hasn't broken above here and below here. So what I want you to then watch out for are to be a breakout of any of these points. A breakout of any of these points. Now, even though overall we're going to see that price looks to be bearish, in the sense that we've seen price break below this low, or I've seen price come back, even though this was what I was expecting for the retest, for the second shoulder, so to speak, and then we get to the drop, right? But I think overall we can still say we are bearish, right? But I want you to be very, very cautious. For me, I prefer to watch out for a break right out of this range. Now, this is just the advice I'll give you. Usually, what I tell us, doing this type of calls is watch out for a break out of either the upper boundary or the lower boundary. So I think for me, this can be both my upper and my lower. And what I'll then tell you is that if you're watching out for a break out of the upper boundary, work with a break and retest, right? In this case, work with a break and retest. So what that basically means for you, all right, as a retail trader, is that you might be better for you, all right, to carefully watch out for maybe something towards this end or something towards this end. Let me draw that so that you understand what I'm trying to say. So either one of these two. Now, the reason why I'm telling us this is because, like I said, you are going to see that the movements that you are going to be seeing in the markets will not be as you are used to. Because look at this now. This was 25th of November 2024. So between 25th of November 2024 and 6th of December right now, you've seen that the market hasn't really given us, at least for gold, you've not seen that straight movement that we're used to. So I want you to be very, very cautious. That's why I'm giving you this, right? So for me, the upper boundary that you might be watching out for a break and retest from would be around 2666.34 and 2655.41. Right, and the lower boundary that I believe you can then watch out for a break and retest from, all right, for the sales will be 2617.90 and 2606.25. 2617.90 and 2606.25. All right, so I hope that is clear. It's very, very simple, very, very straightforward. Watch out for a break and retest before taking this. Now, the reason why I'm saying this again is because I want you to protect your capital. This is the end of the year. I don't want a situation where all the money that you have been saving for your Christmas chicken or whatever, you now get to lose it because you were maybe experiencing fear of missing out. You didn't want to miss out on that crazy move that can turn your $20 or your $100 or your $500 or even your $1,000 into $1 million before the end of the year. Relax, right? The markets are not going anywhere. It's really not going anywhere. So relax and practice proper risk management, right? So that basically is what I'm currently saying for us on gold. All right, so watch out for either a break and retest of any of those boundaries, and you can basically just work with whatever lower time frame confirmations you use, maybe on the 5 or 15-minute time frame, and then just take up maybe a 1:2, 1:3, maybe a 1:5, trade based off of this. Right, so I want you to be very, very cautious with that on gold. So I hope that is clear for gold anyway. Let's look at GJ next. All right, and at this point in time, if you have any commodities you want us to look at together, just drop them in the chat box and we'll deal with them. If you have any commodities you want us to look at together, why is it that two of my bosses are on this call? Oh my, my, my. All right, so if you have any commodities you want us to look at together, just drop them in the chat box and we'll look at it. So let's look at GJ. Let's look at GJ. Let me come to the 2 hour time frame. All right, so I think for now I can remove this guy. So let's start from the daily again. Sorry. All right. All right, so this is what I'm currently seeing on Gbpjpy. During the course of this week, this is, let me delete this. These are eyes that I am going to be very watchful of. Let me see 2 hours. I think I might need to go a bit lower. All right, I think this, I believe I gave maybe a buy from here, maybe on Thursday or so. I'm trying to remember, but I think so. I think I gave a buy from there. But anyways, I think what we can watch out for this week on GJ might be something towards this end. Short buy, all right, and then a sell. A short buy and then a sell. Let me just quickly check that. Yeah, I think this is what I'm watching out for this week on Gbpjpy. Short buy and then a sell. All right, so this is my current thought process, right? I'm coming. Sorry about that. So this is my current thought process. What I'm currently seeing is that GJ looks locally bullish. All right, when I say locally, I'm referring to what I can currently see from around maybe this point, right? So around here, we're seeing that price has given us something towards this end, right? So this has come back now. Definitely, or hopefully, right, we should get to see price, to give us that continuation. So I think for at least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we might still see price push up, depending on the amount of volume that we get to see. On this guy, we might still see price push up from here, all right, towards the upside. However, I'm still watching out for this support. That's why I said that we might see that sell continuation, all right. I'm still watching out for this resistance, rather, not support. I'm still watching out for this resistance around here to maybe probably hold. Let me see on the 1 hour. Do we have any interesting thing that we might be? So this is the block that I want to see most likely get broken, all right, before anything. Yeah, so something like this. So I want to see price still push up. Then, if at all I get a good enough rejection from supply between 192.362 and 191.980, then I'll be watching out for the sells. All right, so again, 192.362, 191.980 will be my watch out for the sells off of this guy. But currently, I think we can still watch out for this for Gbpjpy to give us some level of bullishness during the earlier days and earlier hours of this week. All right, so I hope that is clear also for GJ. Buy to sell is what I'm watching out for currently. Again, if you have any commodities you want us to look at together, just drop them in the chat section. So yeah, like I said, I hope that is clear for GG. Let's quickly go to GU. Personally tonight, I'm not going to be sharing so much. I don't think I have so much to talk about or so much to share when it comes to what I'm currently seeing. About all the same, you can just, we are trying our best to make very, very good use of whatever we get to see during the course of this week. All right, so let's go on for Gbpusd. All right, let me delete this. We'll be able to explain it together. So for Gbpusd, I think overall we can still watch out for some level of bullishness also. All right, so we've currently seen that price has broken above this high around here. This is around I think 1.27401 or so. So this is the high that 1.27698. All right, the high that we've currently seen price break. Now, basically, what I'm watching out for is to see price continue in that wise. So if I'm going to see that one high has been broken, then definitely what I would expect to be that there will be some level of retracement, and then price will most likely decide to come and find a proper place to rest and then continue its impulsive movement for the buy. All right, and I think in that wise, this point, let me move this a bit lower. In that wise, we should watch out for maybe a short sell to buy. All right, but let's look at that. My buy is going to end, or for me at least, my current target for the buy is going to be around here. All right, which is around 1.28431. All right, but let's see. Let me look for something on the 2-hour time frame for that we can use maybe as our support for the buy. I don't want to use that. No. Let's see. Do we have anything interesting here? No, nothing interesting that is currently putting my attention. But this was I think this was a trade from Thursday. Sorry, I'm coming. This was a trade from Thursday. So if you're around for our Thursday live stream, I assume and I hope that you're able to, make very good use of this trade. I think this was on 15 minutes. Let me just quickly confirm that. Yeah, so this was a break and retest trade we were expecting on, was it 15 or 5? Why is it not showing? Yeah, so this was it. 1:3 again. This is the basic thing that we've been working with for a while now. A simple break and retest of either the upper boundary or the lower boundary. So we saw a break out of the upper boundary, price came back to retest it, and then we got to see our 1:3. So let me just delete that. I just wanted to quickly talk about that one. So in case we're having our Thursday live stream and I decide to miss it again, cash you again. Don't mind me. So let's see. I'm looking out for something that we can watch out for, something that will be good enough for us to use. It's on the 5, so let me go back to the higher time frame. Okay. So this is a very, very what should I call it? This is a very, very congested area, but I think this point here, yeah, somewhere around here, will be where I'm watching out for this candle here. Exactly, will be where I'm watching out for the sales to come to. Then we get to see our buys. So like I said earlier, I'm watching out for sales to a sell to buy on GU. My demand would be between 1.27112 and 1.27009, 1.27112 and 1.27009. Alright, so I hope that is clear for us on GU. Sell to buy. I'm simply watching out for price to still continue in its overall direction towards the upside. To come, keep breaking the highs that we are currently having. We've seen this high here initially was broken. This second high here has been broken again. There's this third one that we're not seeing price get to, but I'm expecting price to go that far, right? And so I'm watching out for this retracement to end around here, and then we get to see our buy push toward our push for the buy order towards the upside. So I hope that is clear for Gbpusd. Let's move. Do I have any? Okay, let's go AU, then maybe we'll do EU. Yeah. So for AU, I have something interesting also on AU. I think for this, I can go to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah. All right. So for AU, this is going to be very, very short. This is currently my supply region between 0.65045 and 0.64790. I'll come again 0.65046 rather and 0.64790. Alright, so basically I want to see price to go as far up as there, and then we get to see our sales from there. This will be the eye I'm watching out for as liquidity for price to sweep before going moving into that zone, and then we get to see our sales. So I don't think I need to take too much time off of this to explain what exactly I'm seeing overall. I'm still seeing that price looks to be bearish, so I'm just watching out for a retracement, then to continue or to join in for that overall sell. So that's clear for AUD USD. Next up, let's do Euro USD. Euro USD. Don't mind me. Alright, so let's see. Let me come to the 2-hour for this. I realize I have so much joins on this. I think I need to take out some time again to clear my charts. But anyhow, so for Euro USD, let's see. When did I draw this up? I'm coming. Yeah. All right. So for Euro USD, again, something similar. We have highs that are currently being taken out. Sorry. For Euro USD, we have highs that are currently being taken out. I'll mark out as many as I can quickly. Very good. So we have something towards this, and we have these highs that are currently being taken out. This one here is around 1.06098 or so. Right, this one has already been taken out. Now, overall, I think I'm watching out for Euro USD to still be bullish, right? I'm still watching out for this guy to be bullish. I think during the course of this week, we might get to see price continue in that wise. So let's work with that. Let's work with that as our overall bias for the bullish move rather. In that wise, we might get to see or to that end, that I might get to see price maybe push down a bit. I think I'm seeing one interesting guy here, but I want to confirm maybe on a lower time frame. Can we use that? Yeah. So let me use this. here. So this is what I'm watching out for then on EU. So something towards this end. All right. So again, demand to be between 1.05354 and 1.05214, 1.05354 and 1.05214 be my demand zone. What I'm watching out for buy is basically from on Euro USD. So I don't want to see price drop a little bit, then we get to see that reaction towards the upside, or that continuation of that to the upside for the buys. Again, I'm watching out for prices simply continue taking out these highs that we're going to see here. So this is 1 year, this is second 1 year, this is a third 1 year that I'm watching out for price to still gets to. So all that is clear for Euro USD. All that's clear for Euro USD. Let's see, what other one do I feel, or do I have anything on Euro NZD? I think I have something on Euro NZD for us. Yes. All right. So I think after this, no one sent any commodities for us to look at together. So after this, I'll possibly just take one more with one more pair, and then maybe we can call it a session. Or if you have any question anyway to ask, but I don't think anybody will have any question. All right, so let's just look at Euro NZD quickly before the last one. So for Euro NZD, simple buy to sell scenario. This is my supply region between 1.82173 and 1.81556, 1.82173 and 1.81556. That's what I'm watching out for the sell on Euro NZD. I really don't think there's so much maybe need for me to talk too much on this. Might not see price get that far, but let's just have that at the back of our minds for the meantime. All right, so a buy to sell scenario basically is what I'm watching out for on Euro NZD. So by all means, I would advise you, like I usually say, rather, please work with lower time frame confirmations. Please work with lower time frame entries also. All right, so I don't expect that everybody on this call might be a swing trader, right? And in that way, I'll expect that you should be able to, quote unquote, now slim fit most of this analysis into something that will be suited for you. All right, so you can see that I'm mostly stopping on the 4-hour time frame, maybe even the 2-hour time frame in some cases, right? For you as a scalper that might want to trade off for 5 minutes, maybe even the 3 minutes, or maybe the 15 minutes, right? By all means, expect that you should be able to look out for your entries on those lower time frames, right? And then by all means, have your entry criteria, take up your trades, be successful, be profitable, send your tithes. Life is not hard, you understand? So please work very, very closely with your entry criteria, all right, and your entry time frame, and I'm very sure you'll be okay during the course of the week. So that's it for Euro NZD buy to sell scenario. Very, very simple. I think last but not the least, definitely for the night, we'll just look at AUDNZD. So for AUDNZD, basically, I'm still bearish on this guy. I'm still watching out for this guy to continue bearish. Currently, let me see. Let me just start from the daily time frame to explain. So this massive zone you're currently seeing on the daily time frame has still been holding up for quite some time. Price hasn't broken below it, and I don't think price is ready to break. So price hasn't broken above it, and I don't think we are going to see that happen anytime soon. Anyways, but all the same, I think we can still see price drop a bit, because overall I'm still watching out for the possibility for us to get a very, very long buy off of this guy. But for the meantime, let's still see price come here. All right, so this currently is the end of the sell for me. All right, well, I'm watching out for the sell to end rather between 1.09047 and 1.08786. That'll be my demand. All right, for AUDNZD. So let's see, before price gets there, we should be able to get some re-entries, or a re-entry preferably to get in on the sell. Give me a minute. I'm very much tempted to use that guy, but it's not looking interesting enough. And we have the fact that these are eyes. These eyes look very, very, what's the word I should use? They look very, very attractive for price right now. So let's see. All right, let's just work with this for the meantime. Let's just work with this orange for the meantime. I don't think we might get to see price push up into there. But if at all I get to see that push up, maybe when market opens tonight, I think I'm working with this. So let me come and say daily, because I think we need to zoom out a bit here. So I'm working with something like this. Yeah. All right, so this is my area, or my point of interest rather, on AUDNZ between 1.09838 and 1.09711. Again, 1.09838 and 1.09711 will be what I'm watching out for. The possible sales. All right, off of this guy. This might, let me just give this one because this looks very valid also. All right, but this will be my second POI. 1.10292 and 1.10156. Right, that'll be my second POI off of AUDNZ. But the reason why I'm basically calling them POIs is because I am just going to be watching out for where exactly the candlesticks get to tell me when I get to see price come into these regions. So for me, I'm also going to be watching out for maybe a very strong rejection from any of those 2 points. Preferably for me, the way I'm feeling right now, based on just how I'm feeling right now. So this is just my own, bias, my own sentiments. Right, I'm most likely going to be watching out for this second one to work out. All right, that's the 1.10292 and 1.10156. All right, but all the same, I think I can watch out for a buy to sell scenario of AUDNZ. All right, so when I get the price coming to here, basically what I'm watching out for will be one the candle that is entering rather. I might get to see a very good rejection from that zone. All right, so if I get to that the candle that comes in there is impulsive, all right, and the candle doesn't close maybe below that zone, definitely to be steering me towards the end of coming down and not entering for the sales right now. But like I said earlier, for me, this would be the more preferable, POI. But I'm just looking at this one also because it looks also interesting to me. Right. So for you as a retail trader, or for you as a trader rather, do out for rejections from any of those two zones. Like I usually tell you, there are many confirmations that most of us have. All right, some people watch out for rejection candles, some people are watching out for engulfing candle patterns, some people are watching out for maybe a break and retest or whatever it is that you are watching out for as your entry criteria. By all means, make sure that you are currently seeing it on that time frame that is in for your entry. Or by all means, make sure that you are currently seeing it. So for me, basically, I'm watching out for a buy to sell of AUDNZ. This for me is the prime, suspect zone for me. All right, but again, you can just mark this out on your chart and just have it just in case. All right, maybe if you can maybe get whatever scalps you can find. But all the same, I think this will be what I'm watching out for AUDNZ, a buy to sell scenario. At least the sell should, come up to here. So all that is clear anyway for AUDNZ. And with these very, very, very few words of mine, I think I've come to the end of what exactly I have to share with us for tonight's market review. Mr. Emmanuel Tafu, Gbpcad. All right, sir. So before I just end it, let's look at Gbpcad. Let's just look at Gbpcad. Let us see Gbpcad. All right, so let's see Gbpcad. Let's start from the daily time frame. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Forgive me, I just want to use that to clear this guy a bit. I don't think I've had the opportunity to reorganize my charts in a bit, so I think I need to do that this week. But anyhow, so this Gbpcad daily time frame will look to be bullish. Okay. Overall, we're looking bullish. All right, but this has been a break of this previous low here. All right, however, we're going to get to see price break here. Let's still see that on the 4-hour time frame. Okay. I'm very, very tempted to just draw out my fib right now and just plot out my fib. And the reason why I'm tempted because I'm seeing a very, very what should I call it? I think I'm just going to use the word congested for now around here. I'm seeing this very, very congested region around here. If at all I'm watching out for sales, which I feel like I should be watching out for, from what I'm seeing right now, I think this would be where I'm watching out for the sales from. However, working based off of overall structure that I'm seeing on the daily time frame, I'm currently seeing that this guy is bullish. All right, so for me, looking for or entering for a sale right now might not be the best. All right, but all the same. So I'm just going to give you a very, very broad look, or a very, very broad bias rather. I'll be watching out for on this guy. Interestingly, we're going to see that price has given the candle that came into this region here was very, very impulsive, right? And again, now this looks to me like price is trying to maybe create a rally-based rally or a sort of move. I don't know if you can see that here. Let me see if I can just zoom in a bit better. So something like this. So you have this looks to me like price is just trying to give us a rally-based rally sort of move. So that's exactly what is so to speak, dwindling or reducing my confidence in the authenticity of this current zone that I currently marked out here using the free bright. But all the same, if I'm looking out for this, if I'm going to join for the buys of Gbpcad, I think for me I might want to relax to see a pullback of some sort into here. If at all I'm going to see, that I'm going to enter in for the buys, I think I'm going to be more comfortable watching out for a pullback into here before getting in for the buys. For me, that is between. Let me come to the 4 hour. Maybe I'll still move to the 2 hour time frame for this. But for me, from what I can see for the pullback, if I thought I'm watching out for the buys, 1.78230 and 1.77613. Again, that's very, very wide. So let's still see. Let's still look at you. Another interesting thing I'm seeing around here. So I'm trying to watch out walk to the best possible entry that we might be able to work with right now. This will most likely be taken up by price. All right, so what I can see right now, I think I'm going to be watching out for price to actually continue bullish overall. All right, we might get to see some level of retracements during the course of the week, but overall, I think we might get to see, or we should rather get to see overall price being bullish. All right, so POI 1 from you will be here. This will be my second POI. POI 1 is 1.79, between 1.79196 and 1.78790. All right, I already gave the coordinates for my second POI. However, I think for me, I'll be more comfortable working with this second one. Right, that'll be a bit more preferable for me. All right, but depending on your risk appetite, you might want to watch out for possible re-entries or possible entries rather, for the buys from that initial POI, this initial one here. All right, but I'm not so keen on that anyway. I'm not so keen on that. So basically, I'm watching out for a retracement of some sort into any of these two regions. Then I'm watching out for buys from there. I think let me just do it like this because I'll like to work with one I'm more comfortable with, which is this one for me. So basically, I'm on this guy, on this Gbpcad, and I'm watching out for a retracement into this region. Then I get to see a buy. So between 1.78230 and 1.77613 is my region for the buys off of Gbpcad. So I hope that is clear. Imanotafu. It is there. Alright, so I hope that is clear anyway. Alright, so with these viewers of mine, again now, finally, with these viewers of mine, I'm very sure I've been able to gain some level of value from this. By all means, this will be posted on our YouTube channel. So do also like the video on the YouTube. I'll do also send the link also during the course of the week. So like, share, subscribe, share to your friends. Like I usually tell you, you have friends that maybe just need someone to just tell them, oh, watch out for buys on this guy during the course of the week. You have traders as friends, all right? So by all means, I expect that you should be able to then share this video to them. This is a free resource. This is a free session we have every Sunday here. All right, so do also just share it with them. Many of them will need this type of thing, all right? Share it with them. Again, we're going to have our trading session again on Thursday, 2 p.m. So please do well to not miss that. Do well to not miss that. I'm very sure I'm going to have a profitable week. Very much. Personally, I'm looking out for that. I'm watching out for that. I'm very, very. I have hopes, high expectations, high anticipations towards that end. All right, but again, practice proper risk management. This is the worst time in the year for you to lose money. Don't lose your money. Protect your capital by all means. I'm very sure you're going to have a profitable rest of the week. Do well, relax, rest. This is still, you still have at least maybe 2 hours before market opens. So relax, rest, do whatever you need to do before market opens, and enjoy your week. Thank you for joining us for today's session, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Good night, and God bless.